My boss didn't believe in sick days until I vomited on his desk at point-blank range. The bathroom tile was cold against my cheek, but it was the only thing in the world that made sense. The rest of my existence was a blur of spinning ceilings, the taste of copper, and a stomach that felt like it was being wrung out by a pair of rusty pliers. I lay there, curled in the fetal position on the bath mat, listening to the toilet tank refill with a hiss that sounded like a judgment. It was 6:45 a.m. on Monday, February 9th. The Super Bowl had ended 10 hours ago. The bad chicken wings I had eaten at the halftime party were currently staging a violent coup inside my intestines. My phone buzzed on the counter. The sound vibrated through the porcelain sink and drilled straight into my skull. I reached up, my hand trembling like a leaf in a gale, and clawed the device down. The screen brightness seared my eyes. New message: Marcus, boss. I squinted. Marcus, the regional sales director. A man who wore three-piece suits to casual Fridays and thought empathy was a brand of expensive bottled water. Marcus, morning team. I know half of you are sick today. Don't even think about it. We have the Q1 review prep. Unless you are in the hospital or the morgue, I expect you at your desks at 8 a.m. No exceptions. I groaned, a sound that turned into a dry heave. I wasn't hungover. I had 2 beers over the course of 4 hours. This wasn't alcohol. This was food poisoning. This was biological warfare. I typed back, my thumbs clumsy and slow. Me, Marcus, I'm serious. I think it's food poisoning. I've been up all night. I can't stand up. 3 dots appeared instantly. He was staring at his phone, waiting for victims. Marcus, Ethan, stop it. You're hungover. You party. You pay the price. Be a man. If you aren't here by 9, don't bother coming back. We'll consider it job abandonment. Job abandonment. I dropped the phone. It clattered to the floor. I needed this job. I had rent due in 3 days. I had student loans that were eating me alive. The job market in tech sales was a bloodbath right now. If I got fired for abandonment, I wouldn't get unemployment. I would be destitute. I felt the heat rising in my neck, a feverish, prickly heat that mixed with the cold sweat on my forehead. He didn't believe me. He thought I was just another frat boy nursing a headache. He thought he could bully biology. Okay, I whispered to the toilet bowl. Okay, Marcus, you want me there? You got it. I dragged myself up. The room tilted dangerously to the left. I grabbed the edge of the sink to steady myself. I looked in the mirror. I looked like a corpse that had been fished out of a river. My skin was a translucent shade of gray-green. There were dark purple bruises under my eyes. My lips were cracked. I didn't try to fix it. I didn't brush my hair. I didn't shave. I wanted him to see. I wanted him to look at the ghost standing in his office and realize he had made a mistake. I put on my clothes. My shirt felt heavy. My tie felt like a noose. I grabbed my keys. And then, as an afterthought, I grabbed the small, plastic wastebasket from under my desk. I tucked it into the passenger seat of my Honda Civic like a passenger. The drive was a nightmare. Every pothole, every tap of the brake sent a shockwave of nausea rolling through my gut. I kept the window down, the freezing February air blasting my face, trying to keep the bile down. I drove with one hand on the wheel and one hand clutching my stomach. I pulled into the parking lot at 8:45 a.m. I turned off the ignition and just sat there, breathing shallow, jagged breaths. You can do this, I lied to myself. Just walk in, show your face, go home. I picked up the trash can. I couldn't leave it. It was my security blanket. I walked into the building. The lobby was bright, too bright. The receptionist, Brenda, looked up from her computer. She smiled, then her expression crumbled into horror. Ethan, she gasped. Honey, are you okay? Marcus, I rasped. He said, come in. Ethan, you're sweating. She stood up. You're literally dripping. You shouldn't be here. I know, I said. I shuffled past her. I have to check in. What is about to happen inside the glass aquarium of an office isn't just a bodily function. It is a moment of pure, unadulterated karmic realignment. What happens next will be talked about in this company for 20 years. It will be the subject of HR training videos. It will be the legend of the projectile sick day. For full story, follow instructions on screen.